10 more seconds, finish writing. And that is time. If you didn't catch it, don't worry, in the next slide you'll see it again. You'll see this formula again. And like I said, this formula is the most important part. That's what you actually want to memorize. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how you calculate rate of change. So here's my first problem. I have a table. I don't have a graph, I have a table. But this table is representing a function. How do I know that this is a function? Who remembers? How do I know that this is a function?
The x value.
Because of the x values, there's no constant value.
Good. In the x values, there's nothing that repeats. So I know right off the bat that this definitely is a function. And now I'm going to go ahead and calculate the average, the rate of change from the following intervals. So let's see what this says. So the table shows the year and the cost of sending 1 ounce letter in cents. And the x values, the input values, are representing years after 2000. So the 3 isn't just 3. This is 2003. This is 2004, 2006, and so on. So it's really important to read carefully so you understand what those input values represent. And now we're asked to find the average rate of change from 2003 to 2004. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start out by writing my formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And what I'm going to do on my table is I'm going to take a look at 2003, which is right here, and 2004. And I'm going to label my x1, x2, y1, and y2. And Samantha, yes, copy down the table because that's going to help you when you're writing this in your notebook. If you have the table, when you go back into your notes, you'll know what you were talking about. All right. So I'm going to first start by labeling my points. Since the top row is my x values, I'm going to make 3 is going to be my x1 and 4 is going to be my x2. Since the bottom row is my y values, 37 is my y1 and the other 37 is my y2. So all I'm doing so far is just labeling my points. That way I can plug them into my formula without any confusion. Okay, so then I go to my formula and I'm going to copy down my numbers exactly the way they want me to copy them down. So starting with y2 on the numerator, that's 37, minus y1, which is also 37, over x2, which is 4, and minus x1, which is 3. So this formula tells me exactly what to put in based on my table. Do I have any questions so far on how I picked those numbers to go in there?
No.
Wait, you picked them because like they have the same output?
So I picked those numbers. First of all, it wants me to find the rate of change from 2003 to 2004, right? So I had to look at my table and look at the numbers for 2003 and look at the numbers for 2004. And then all I did was I labeled my values. The first point from 2003, that's x1 and y1. And then the point for 2004 was x2, y2. And then I just plopped those numbers right into my function, my formula. And we'll do this a couple times. So if it's a little confusing right now, we'll do it a few more times.
Miss, are you supposed to solve it?
Yeah, so now we're going to do the math. So 37 minus 37 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1.
1.
1.
And 0 divided by anything is
0.
0. So my rate of change
Is 0.
is 0. And it's not just 0, it's what, 0 what? 0 chickens, 0 waterfalls, 0.
Cents.
0 cents.
Okay, so 0 cents per year. 0 cents per year. It doesn't change. So in other words, what I'm saying is that from 2003 to 2004, the price did not change. Let's let that sink in and let's do another. So now we're going to look at the rate of change from 2003 to 2006. So instead of looking at these 2 points, now I'm going to look at 2003 and 2006. And I'm going to label them again. The 2 points for 2003, those are my X1 and my X2. The 2 points, or not X2, I'm sorry, X1 and Y1, because that's the X and that's the Y of the first point. In 2006, this is my X2 and my Y2. Okay, now I'm going to plug that into my formula. So again, I'm going to start by just writing my formula. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. And I'm going to take those orange numbers from my table and plop them right into the formula. So what's my Y2?
Your Y2 is
93. I mean 39.
39, good. And what's my Y1?
37.
37, good. X2?
6.
6, good. X1?
3.
3.
Miss, how do you know like the year?
So how do
How
I
do-
know which one's
Those are
X1,
the
X2?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was asking me from 2003 to 2006. So basically 2003, that's going to be my first point. And 2006 is my last. So that's why I labeled the 2003 points, so 3 and 37, that's my X1 and my Y1 because it's my first point. 2006 is my last point, so the Y and the X are Y2 and X2. So you always label, we'll do a couple examples so it'll make more and more sense, but you always label it based on which one's first and which one's last.
Okay.
All right, so let's do our math. 39 minus 37.
2.
2. 6 minus 3.
3.
3. 2 over 3 is my rate of change, but let's turn that into a decimal because we're talking about money. So we can use a decimal. And what's 2 divided by 3?
33.
Look again. 2 divided by 3.
Oh, 66.
0.6.
0.66666, right?
Oh, that's the point.
And since we're talking about actual money, I want to round up. So how many cents per year? Yeah, 67. Nice job. 67 cents per year. Okay, because remember, even though it was 2 cents in the numerator, you still have to divide by the denominator since we have a ratio, a fraction. kind of like finding the unit rate. So now go ahead, guys, and if it's kind of making sense to you now, I want you to take a look at answer choice, problem C, and try it out on your own. Even if you're still a little bit confused, I just want you to try it, because if you make a mistake, that's an opportunity to learn. So it's totally okay if we make mistakes, because that helps us to learn. So go ahead and see if you can figure out what's the rate of change from 2004 to 2013. Amani, what's up? Do you have a question? Oh, okay.
We can use calculators, right?
You can use a calculator for this, yes. All right, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. If you want to send me your answer in the chat, I'll tell you if you got it. Okay, 10 seconds. Lots of correct answers. Nice job, guys. 40? All right, let's see. Let's see what might have gone wrong. Let's find out. So I'm looking from 2004 to 2013. So I'm going to circle those two numbers. Which one is my X1? Which one's my X1?
4.
4, good. Which one's my Y1?
37.
Good, 37. What about X2?
13.
Good.
Are you writing?
Yes.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? You should see it. I'm writing on the table.
Oh, okay.
All right, now I'm plugging it into my formula. Y2 is 46. Y1 is 37. X2 is 13. X1 is 4. Now we do my math. 46 minus 37, what's that?
9.
9.
Good. 13 minus 4.
9.
9. 9.
Good. 9 divided by 9 is?
1.
1.
1. So what's my rate of change?
$1.
$1?
1 cent
1
per
cent.
year.
There you go. 1 cent. Good. A lot of people got that correct in the chat, so good job, guys. I feel like we're starting to kind of understand it a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a different example, and that'll be the last thing we do today because we're almost out of time. So this is very similar. I want you guys to try A and B. See if you can get that on your own in the next 5 minutes because class is almost over. And I'll read the question out loud while you guys get to work. Rachel and Mark were given the information shown below about the bacteria growing in a petri dish in their biology class. Find the average rate of change for the following intervals. From 1 to 4, from 5 to 6. And if you're like, wow, this is super easy, I want to do even more, you can try number or letter C as well. What? When am I coming back to school? When coronavirus is gone. Wow, I must have some really, really smart students because I see a few people without notebooks. You guys are doing it all in your head or what? Class isn't over yet. There's still 5 more minutes.
It could be a decimal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, about 1 more minute, and then I'm going to go through it real quick before the bell rings. $140. Let me check. Hold up. Something else. All right, let's do number or letter A real quick. For letter A, what's my Y2?
44.
Good. 440. Y1.
220.
220.
Good. X2. Good. 4 minus 1. All right, what's 440 minus 220?
220.
220. 4 minus 1 is
3.
3.
3. So when I divide, I get
73.3
good. And what are my units? What am I measuring?
The
bacteria.
amount of bacteria.
Bacteria per
Out.
Hour.
good hour. Nice. All right. For B, now I'm looking between 5 and 6 real quick. What's my Y2? Careful, Y2.
690.
Yeah, 690. Then I can put down 550. And then down here I have 6 minus 5. So what do I get in my numerator? 140? Yeah, good. And my denominator?
1.
1. So I just get 140. What are my units?
Bacteria per hour.
Bacteria per hour.
Good. And that is it. So in which interval does it go faster? A or B? Green or orange?
B.
Orange. Good.
Orange.
All right, y'all, that is it. Good job today. Good job if you finished your test. I will see y'all tomorrow. Wipe down your desks, guys.
Adios.
Adios, adios.
Miss, do we have homework?
No homework.
Bye, Miss
Okay.
Lopez.
See you on
Bye, Miss Lopez.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye, guys.
Did I get the last one right?
Yes, you did. 162.2. Yeah. Good job.